Everybody, it's Dan Latto speaking. So, in news, Uber has been told that it can no longer operate in London. Literally, it's been banned, it's been stopped, it's been pushed out. Now, there's going to be an appeal, but their licence runs out on the 30th of September, so there's going to be an appeal, so the licence will keep going while the appeal's on. But you know, Uber employs 40,000 cabbies. 40,000 people have just found out that their livelihoods are at risk. And it's like, you know, today we've got this problem with Uber, and you know, I've been in an Uber cab and the windows wouldn't wind down. I couldn't open the back door, and I put a complaint in because I was an 18-year-old girl sat in the back, and I couldn't open the doors of windows, and something was happening, and it's an issue. Now I made a complaint about that, and I don't probably think it went anywhere, quite frankly, knowing Uber as I think I do, and you know, so let me tell you why they've been banned. So they've been banned due to their approach to reporting serious criminal offences. Nice. Its approach to how medical certificates were obtained. Nice. And this is from the this is a statement come out from the Transport for London. Its approach to how enhanced closure and barring services checks were obtained, and also its approach to explaining. I'm just reading it here. The use of Greyball in London, which is software that can be used to block regulatory bodies from gaining full access to the app and prevent officials from undertaking regulatory or law enforcement duties. But I mean, look, this is the bottom line here. If you're not looking after your customers, you know, then somebody else will, effectively. Now, I do also think that Transport for London really doesn't like Uber, and they've probably been looking for any reason that they can. You know, the Black Cabbies have been going on strike all the time to try and stop Uber coming into London, and obviously Transport for London probably wants to look after those guys more than any old person who can sign up as an Uber driver. That said, Uber knew that this was going to happen. They must have known, and they must know to tighten up on their stuff. So Uber comes in, riding on the horse like the cowboys that I think they are, thinking it's the Wild West. And now the sheriff has come in. Obviously, we've got Sadiq Khan, who's not involved in the decision for Transport for London, but he endorses the decision, so I'm led to believe. Saying that you know, the companies that come into London need to play by the rules, which they absolutely do. But if you're in business right now and you're not playing by the rules, and you keep trying to get a little bit away from keeping to those rules and trying to save a bit of money, you're going to come unstuck at some point, because you're going to have your license revoked. Metaphorically, you know, you're going to lose your business, lose your customers. Now, the people who lose out here, there's two people really. One of them is 40,000 people are potentially going to lose their livelihoods. I mean, you've got 40,000 taxi drivers. What are they going to do? By the way, if you're a black cab driver in London, you can understand why you would be upset, because you've got 40,000 people coming in and taking that business away. But a way to deal with that business is not to go on strike and not let customers use you, thus pushing people onto Uber. One of the reasons I used Uber was because I simply couldn't get a taxi. So in the end, I downloaded the app. 5 minutes later, a taxi arrived. So that's the first people that are going to be like hit the hardest. The first people are the 40,000 people who drive taxis for a living. What are you going to do for a living now? The second people, obviously, those people waiting for taxis and having to pay more money for the taxis, like a black cab's usually a lot more expensive than Uber. And my Uber in Leeds is like half price. I mean, I got an Uber from Nice to Cannes just last week, and that was like 60 euros. That in old school money, using a normal taxi firm, would be 120 euros, right? It's just, you know, I've done that before about 15 years ago. The taxi cost about 80, 90 quid back then. So that was 15 years ago, by the way, so allow for inflation and so on. So yeah, that's it. Transport for London saying, Uber, on your bike, you're out of here. And obviously it's going to appeal, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But if you're not looking after your customers, somebody else is going to. So, you know, this is real stuff, and it affects real people. So I hope that in your business that you're, you know, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, and making sure that you're doing everything that you need to be doing to get those results. All right, I hope that's useful for you. My name's Dan Latto, and we'll speak to you on the next video. Take care.